I wish I knew, everything I wish I do. Maybe you wish it too. Let me make your wish come true. True, you on my mind. Don't waste no time.
Hello, 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 Earth signs, and welcome, Grand Rising. Welcome to your Mercury Retrograde in Libra reading. This is going to be for Earth signs. What is this? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. There we go. So if you have those placements in your chart, this could be for you. You guys, Mercury retrograde is in Libra this year. Right now, let's just say, right? And I feel like it's really important to have tools and resources to understand the energies that are going to be affecting us and stuff like that. So that's really why I wanted to do this reading for you guys, so that, you know, when you're dealing with the Mercury retrograde stuff that comes up for you, you'll kind of have an understanding already, or like you're able to like pre-game, let's call it that, right? All right, so for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, what is the energy for this Mercury retrograde in Libra? We have view from above, we got transformation, and we have one more. Staying focused. Oh, such earth sign energy. I love it. So at the back, guys, we have rainbow blessings. Blessings are showering your life. So I feel like, and I just heard blessings in disguise, I feel like earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this Mercury retrograde is going to be filled with hidden blessings, hidden gems for you, right? That you may not be aware of in the beginning or initially or as things start to happen. But I feel like the biggest blessing that this Mercury retrograde is going to give you is the ability to transform. And I also just heard, like, I was going to say a fresh start, but as I read the card, it says a fresh new way of living emerges. So literally, like, you're getting some type of brand new opportunity, like a chance opportunity almost, even though we don't subscribe to chance on this channel. But it's like this opportunity to transform your life, to see things differently, right? So we have here uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And then we have journey by moonlight, believe in magic. With watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. So I feel like with this uncovering treasure, beneath the surface lies great bounty. Mercury retrograde is going to help you to go beneath the surface. I've been getting that energy for a lot of the fire signs and a lot of the water signs. Like, it's just like going beneath the surface to uncover the things that you've been kind of running from, avoiding, or just not really dealing with. That's really the purpose of a retrograde, to help you face those things that you have not been facing, so that you can elevate, so that you can transform, right? Journey by moonlight says believe in magic. I feel like you're going to have a very magical experience, earth signs, with this retrograde. Like, it just feels like the things that are going to be happening are going to be really working in your favor. And with this journey by moonlight, I feel like you're being led by your intuition, by your spirit, and by your feelings as well. Because believe it or not, your emotions act as almost like a navigation system or a guidance system to tell you where you are vibrationally. So when you feel good emotions or positive emotions, you're in alignment with higher sources, right? Higher frequencies. But when you feel negative emotions or more lower vibrational emotions, you're in alignment with something that's not the highest frequency that it could be, right? Or that you could tap into. And so I feel like you're going to be led by your feelings, by your intuition. You're going to be seeing things, and it's going to help you to get to the nitty gritty beneath the surface. Let's call it that. With this watching clouds, lie back, rest, and relax. I feel like that's something you're going to need to really take, not pride in, what's the word? Take seriously. Like you're going to need to take it seriously. You're going to need to put not effort into like lying back, resting, and relaxing, but you're going to need to make it a priority. There we go, guys. I don't know why that phrase would not come to my head, but it just wouldn't. Earth signs, rest, relaxation, time for self is going to be a big priority in this Mercury retrograde. So we have view from above, get the big picture. I feel like that's what's going to be happening. Your whole perspective, the way you see life, the way you experience life, the way you see yourself, the way you see others, it's going to be shifting. View from above tells me that you're going up in nature and frequency, right? So I feel like this Mercury retrograde for the earth signs is really going to help you to get in alignment with a higher vibration, therefore letting you see things from a more godly, a more godly perspective, a more universal perspective, right? View from above, which then inspires big transformation for the earth signs. A fresh new way of living emerges. Now think about this, earth signs. When you when you see things from a different perspective, it does allow for a new way of living and a new way of being to emerge and to come forward. And so that you can now, let's just say you then begin to experience life from the new perspective that you're seeing life from, right? Is that real? And so staying focused is the last card you guys have out. It says hold the course. So I feel like there's going to be a part of you that wants to give up, maybe on even like your dreams, on your goals, on being happy. I just heard for some of you, because transformation is not always an easy thing to undergo. Sometimes it can be a little tumultuous. It can be a little like heavy. It can feel like upheaval. And so I feel like you guys staying focused, which is why maybe lying down, resting, relaxing, time to self is important, because it is easy to get swept away in the motion of the ocean when it comes to the airy planet of Mercury, right? Because it's fast energy, it comes quick, and it's very like, think about like that overwhelming anxiety kind of feeling. Like Mercury retrograde can stir up those type of feelings. So staying focused and holding the course is going to be important for you guys during this retrograde period. So let's keep going. Let's see what the energy is for the Virgos, the Capricorns, and the Tauruses, the Taurians. And for those of you, because I know Virgo, you guys are, what do you call that? Ruled by Mercury. There you go. You guys are really going to be feeling this in whatever placement you have your Virgo, or like Mercury, which would be Virgo, Gemini. Whatever placements you have those signs in, you're going to feel it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you are going to get the worst end of the stick. Retrogrades can only affect you if you have leftover work to do that you haven't been tending to. And I mean inner work, spiritual work, right? It's not about, you know, I didn't finish my assignment at work yesterday, I got to go back today and go do that. Like, yeah, that could be it too, because on a deeper level, you not finishing your assignment has more to do with like something else. It's not just a surface level thing, right? But let's just say you just literally ran out of time, you had to clock out. Then today you just do your assignment at work, and it is what it is. This is more about internal work, shadow work, spiritual work, healing and releasing work, right? All of the things that lead to a transformation, an internal one. So let's go. Let's get the signs, let's get the cards for the signs of Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. All right, we got receptivity. Oh, I just heard, but you have to be receptive. Earth signs, you have to be receptive. Silence. You guys are getting like some of the same cards as the other signs. Interesting. And then we have politics. Interesting. This politics 7 gives me like 7 of Swords energy, and we're going to talk about that. But I feel like it's staying focused amongst like distractions, or staying focused amongst temptation. That's almost what I get. Like we get the snake here, you know, like the snake is very tempting energy. It's like the snake that tempted Eve in the Garden of Eden type energy. Like, but I feel like also because card number 7 is really a spiritual number, and it's about knowing yourself, believing yourself, following your intuition, trusting your intuition. And so I feel like you guys are going to need to stay focused, trust yourself, as opposed to other energies that may be coming to sway you or try to tempt you in some way or another, right? So we're going to get into that. At the back, we have integration, which is a very powerful energy. This is that balance that Mercury retrograde in Libra is coming to bring us, right? You cannot transform until you have integrated the energy. Now, to integrate energy, what does that mean? That just means to literally take it in, and to not just understand something. Like, to integrate a concept is not just to understand the concept, it's to understand the concept and then apply it. That's integration. It's like the understanding. Guys, if you hear my stomach, it's literally like probably 9 o'clock in the rising, and I have not even sipped on tea or breakfast yet. I jumped right into filming, so that's the little disclaimer for you. And it's that real. We got sirens in the background. You guys know I always say sirens are my confirmation. Well, one of. Anyway, okay, let's get into them. So integration is literally like that concept. It's like understanding the concept of whatever you're integrating, and then actually doing the work to assimilate that into your being, right? Or to assimilate that into your consciousness, or to, like, let's just say, to act on it, right? Like, integration is like, okay, knowing that this candle is hot. I understand the concept of fire being hot, and now I'm going to work that into my consciousness to the point where now I'm allowing that to mold the way I understand fire, and it's going to allow me to operate differently when it comes to fire. Like maybe I won't touch it now that I have the understanding that it's hot and it could burn me. That's integration. So I feel like overall for you guys, Virgos, Tauruses, Capricorns, this Mercury retrograde is going to help you to find balance by integrating some of the things that maybe you are going to be learning or that you have already learned. So we have isolation. Didn't I say time to self, guys? And I feel like some of you guys are not going to want this. Like when you look at isolation, it looks like somebody's sad about having this alone time. But I feel like it's necessary because look, you have all of these intense emotions to process. And on top of that, you have all of these intense emotions to let go. Literally, this is letting go, card number 8. 8 to me represent manifestation at its like primest energy, right? You have the ability to manifest the life that you want, but what are you willing to let go? What are you willing to sacrifice in order for the universe to have room to fill up your life with the new things that you want? You're going to be integrating, I think, all of the emotional lessons, the intense ones, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So I feel like you guys are really going to be feeling the effects of this balancing energy because sometimes, like, think of it this way. The energy of balance is like, it corresponds to like the law of rhythm. So you have the pendulum swinging, right? Like, you know, you go to your psychiatrist's office and they have that thing that swings back and forth, right? Once it swings to the left, it has to swing back to the right. That's the law of rhythm, right? Which corresponds to like that balancing energy. What goes one way has to go the other way because it has to be balanced. That's the universal principle. And so I feel like universal principles are at play here for all of us as a collective because a lot of us are out of balance and we cannot continue to go on that way, especially with the way that the world is moving right now. If we want progress, if we want change, if we want to tap into higher timelines and frequencies, then we have to initiate the change within. And to do that, sometimes you have to spend some time alone to integrate the intense lessons and then let go of the trauma. Right? You retain the lessons, you keep the lessons, hold on to those. But what you're letting go of is the emotional trauma that came from the experience. And I feel like this Mercury retrograde is going to be helping us all to do that. So let's talk about the cards that came out. So the first card out is receptivity, and it's right with view from above. Get the picture. You have to be open to this new change in perspective. And I know, you know, because Taurus, you guys are an earth sign, meaning you're really grounded in nature, but you're also fixed in nature, which means being receptive sometimes is not always the easiest thing for you to do versus like a Virgo who is grounded in nature because we're also, you know, earth signs, but we're mutable, meaning we go with the flow of change a little bit more easily than a fixed sign or a cardinal sign. And so receptivity is going to vary from sign to sign, from person to person. But I feel like for you guys, earth signs, you're going to especially need to make sure you are open and receptive to the changes that are going to ensue, that's going to allow you to see the bigger picture. With this transformation, I feel like, because we have silence here, let me show you. I feel like you guys are really going to need to tap into like that 7 energy. Some of you guys could be life path 7s, doesn't have to be, but I feel like for you guys, you're going to really need to tap into this energy of like your spirit, right? Trusting your spirit, connecting with your spirit. And sometimes that means you need to silence the mind, which is why if you look, the figure's face is like at peace. She's still, right? Even the water's here still. The moon is full, releasing, right? With this transformation, that's how you get there. You have to silence the mind and tap into your spirit, and your spirit will lead you right into the transformation, right into this new way of being, right into this new way of living. This is what's really, because guys, you have to understand, right? Like Mercury retrograde is not saying it's guaranteed for this to happen to all of you. The key component is you have to be receptive to this energy happening. This is like a high timeline potentiality that you guys have the potential to tap into. But Spirit is never going to force us to learn lessons. Spirit can just keep throwing lessons at us, but if we are not open to the lessons, then we're just going to keep repeating the same cycles. Which is why I feel like staying focused with this politics card it's an interesting energy for the earth signs, because I feel like for you guys, staying focused when you really want to give energy to that's interesting. So some of you guys are going to want to give energy to things that don't serve you, things from the past specifically, and staying focused is the way to get past that. That just came through so loud and clear, literally, like it's crazy. So let's get some tarot on the table for the earth signs, and let's see what you guys are going to be experiencing, what you're going to be dealing with, and then we will close out with some astrology advice for this Mercury retrograde in Libra. So this is going to be for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Mercury retrograde reading. What is going on with the energy for Mercury retrograde for Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo? For Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. All right, something is already flipped. Let's see what this is. Oh, am I going crazy, guys? I thought, no, see, look. Trust that intuition, right? Ooh, we got two things flipped. I'm going to pick up the one that's not, though. All right, we got King of Swords and Eight of Swords. It's interesting, guys, because, sidebar. So I'm a Virgo, right? And yesterday I pulled a card of the day for myself. And I literally got the King of Swords, and the overall energy was the Eight of Swords. And I saw it manifest before my eyes yesterday. I'm going to get into a little story time, but let me just get the rest of the cards out. I only feel like it's relevant because this is for earth signs, and I am an earth sign. So I'm like, maybe this is relevant to me too. Guys, reading for yourself is not a crime, you know. The Nine of Wands. Ooh. Ooh. The Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The 9 to the 10. I like it. All right, guys. So let me tell you a little story time quickly about these two cards. So yesterday, with this King of Swords and the Eight of Swords, I'll pull a card like early in the day, and then I'll wait the whole day to see how it manifests, and then I'll journal, you know, how it played out. And basically, it played out with me feeling like I need to make decisions and stick by them, but being stuck in my head behind the decisions as well, right? Like doing what's best for me, but then also questioning if I'm doing what's right for me as well, or if this is the best thing to do. So it's like making up a mind or making a decision, choosing something, and then questioning it. That's the theme that I'm getting. And I feel like it's also because of Mercury retrograde. It's like I was getting for the water signs and for the I don't remember for fire signs, but for water signs, definitely like this is going to help them find like self-empowerment. And I feel like for the earth signs, it's going to help you to find self-empowerment, but like in the sense of when you think about Libra energy, and like we got the Hierophant Taurus energy here, learning lessons, I'm telling you. But when you think about Libra energy, Libra is a super, and I love the Libras. I have like a Libra stellium going on, but the Libras are such like indecisive energy. It's like for it to be an air sign, they are like the ones that really don't know what they want to do in the moment. They have to really think about things and weigh both sides of things, right? And so I feel like with Mercury retrograde being in Libra, it's going to help us not only balance things out, but be able to see both sides of things, right? And so overall, we have the Hierophant. I feel like this is just a time to receive the lessons, right? The upgrades I'm even hearing, because this to me is a card of like spiritual guidance, whether this is a pastor, preacher, actually like giving you some type of physical like exchange, or this is you connecting with your guides and they have some type of downloads for you, you connecting with source, and source is giving you the keys to the streets basically. And it's so funny because I said the keys to the streets, and if you look, there are two keys right here, and it's two balanced Libra energy, right? It's crazy. But overall, I feel here that you guys are just really going to be learning lessons. Also, guys, I said this for the other two readings, but if you guys are not really able to see clearly because of the reflective quality of these cards, I apologize. Just go with the flow, because I felt really drawn to this deck, so I had to use it. But I know it doesn't always show that well on camera because of that metallic kind of feature. So we're just going to roll with it, guys. Bear with me. But yes, back to the whole aspect of like learning lessons. That's what the earth signs I feel are really going to be doing. Like there are certain lessons that you have picked up along the way so far that I feel like you haven't been integrating. And this is going to allow you another opportunity to do that, basically. It looks like some of you guys are going to be learning lessons. I got the hard way with this 10 of Swords. It feels, and this is like Gemini energy, it feels to me like you guys are going to be learning lessons because this is the sun in Gemini. It's like you're going to be opening your eyes to certain things. It's like you're going to be seeing how those tough experiences in life, you needed those. Those are the lessons for you, right? And then that's going to put you in this energy. Ooh, Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords. I like that. I feel like that's going to put you in this energy to be proactive. But because the Knight of Wands to me is a card of spirituality. Like that's fire, ether, soul, essence kind of energy. And the Swords is that air energy, Libra energy, right? I feel like you guys are going to be really taking in the lessons and being super proactive, staying super focused with this Knight of Swords as you integrate what you are learning, right? So let's talk about what came out. With this King of Swords, Eight of Swords, lots of swords here. Well, we got actually 2 swords and then like mostly wands. So this is what I'm getting too. It's like a very spiritual transformation, but one that you may find that you're in your head a lot. And it's interesting because it's a spiritual transformation, but this retrograde is happening in an air sign. So we have you in your head and then we have you dealing with the spiritual aspects of it. I feel like for you guys, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, it's going to be an aspect of you needing to really be sound and be secure in your ability to think for yourself and make decisions for yourself and not question your own judgment as well. Because I feel like when it comes to you guys making plans for the future, 2 of Wands, Aries energy, it's like, it's hard for you. I get the sense of like feeling stuck in like a cycle of thinking that's really not allowing you to go anywhere. And you have so much, I'm going to say enthusiasm or so much like anticipation is the better word for your future. Like I can see that here. It's like you want to stand on your 2 feet and be somebody that you yourself can depend on, but then it's like you question yourself at the same time. I'm getting so much like life path 7 energy. That's really like the life path of learning or spending your whole life learning to trust your intuition. And I feel like the earth signs are going to be doing that. Right? And then when it comes to making plans for your future, I feel like because this is the 3rd card, it's like smack in the center. This is how you balance yourself out, right? By finally releasing the things that have weighed you down with this 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. It's like we don't just get the energy of feeling tired and burnt out and weighed down, which is probably why your guides are telling you to make it your priority to rest, lie down, relax, take time for self. Right? But it's like we don't even just have the energy of you feeling that way. We have the energy of you being proactive and saying, you know what, I'm releasing the things that are causing me to feel this way. Especially because as above, so below, as within, so without, especially on a spiritual level. You're going to be releasing the things that are not serving you. But I feel like this Mercury retrograde has to happen in order for you to become aware of the things that are not serving you. It's like you have to get triggered in certain aspects for you to finally deal with the things that are coming up and then allow yourself to transform. But time to yourself is like a really big theme that I'm getting here for the earth signs. Like you guys need quiet time. You need time to self. You need relaxation time. You need time like just basking in your emotions, whatever emotions do come up for you. So let's get some advice, some astrology advice for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What elements astrology-wise will be present with you guys during this Mercury retrograde? What will be helping you? What will be aiding you, benefiting? What will you be benefiting from? Let's put it that way. For the earth signs, when it comes to Mercury retrograde in Libra, what is the energy? Okay. So we have water element sensing, card number 4. I like that. So 4s to me are about foundations, right? They're about stability, security, feeling solid in your own energy. And when it comes to water element sensing, I feel like you're going to be learning how to reformulate your emotional foundation. I get this energy of kind of flowing with the water of your emotions, but allowing what you learn by experiencing your emotions to help you form a solid foundation for yourself. Very interesting energy, guys. And at the back we have 4th house, roots, card number 2 and 8. I feel like because this adds to 10, which are all about like 10s are about cycles that are ending and new ones that are beginning, because when you add the 1 and the 0 of the 10, you get 1, which is about brand new starts, brand new beginnings. And so I feel like overall you're having a lot of brand new beginnings when it comes to, because look at this, I said 4s are about like your foundations, you know, feeling solid in your energy, things of that nature. And you got 4th house roots as your overall energy. That's what's going to be supporting you in this phase of Mercury retrograde in Libra, but I feel like it's also going to be the thing that you're working on. Some of you guys may realize you're having transformations in fourth house energies. That's Cancer energy. So not only when it comes to your emotions, but it comes, fourth house talks about like your home. It talks about your parents. It talks about your childhood home growing up. It talks about your relationship with your mother or mother-like figures, things of that nature. So I feel like your connection to like your divine feminine essence, whether you're a man watching or a woman watching, that's going to be reformulating itself also. That's also going to be transforming. But the key here, I'm still getting this message very loud and clear, is that you guys are going to have to allow, you're going to have to be receptive to all of these changes that really want to take place, because I feel like you're going to be also settling down in a sense, like you're setting roots somewhere. And this doesn't have to be physically like moving somewhere, but this could just be setting emotional roots to form that solid foundation, right? Think of yourself as a tree, and your roots are being planted into the soil so that when the winds of change come, right, the airy winds of Mercury retrograde, it's going to allow you to be like, you know the saying, like 10 toes down, right? Like you're going to be solid in your energy, period. So Earth signs, that's what I have for you guys. And I really like this reading a lot. If you vibe with this and you resonated, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope that this gave you some help, some reassurance, some resources and tools for you to navigate this Mercury retrograde in Libra, so you can feel a little bit more prepared, a little bit more at ease when the things come up for you. But yes, you guys, so I love you so much. Thank you for vibing again. And I'm going to leave this right here. That's what I have for you. That's it.